Oh, are we? Are you gonna see me?
Yeah, people can see you now. They can't see
Oh,
Erik because he's being very irresponsible and has not showed up yet.
he's being Erik responsible.
No, what
Okay.
do you mean? I don't get it. It's irresponsible is the way
Oh,
you say it.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't put on makeup, so they're really getting a raw live stream.
Oh, I didn't either. So,
Okay, cool. So at least we're on the same.
yeah. My cat is lurking around this room somewhere.
Oh, nice.
She will sometimes like sleep behind the glittery curtains. She'll just like burrow her way back there.
I mean, that's what I would do if I was a cat.
And I do think she might be there. So then
Mine is.
sometimes we'll lose her around the house, and then it's like, where is she? And there's like a lump.
Oh yeah, that's fun cat games.
Hey,
Hey,
Erik Barnes.
hello. Can you hear me
Hello.
okay?
I can make sure you're on the right mic, though. I can hear you, but it's
Okay. Should be. The thing of it is like I get this USB mic, right? And like it's a crapshoot of whenever I plug it in, it like blares all the sound for whatever reason, and it will never stay down. It's always volume at max. So
oh,
let me adjust this microphone. Oh,
Yeah, don't worry.
man.
I'm just hiding my pile of laundry that I didn't think about before I got on a live stream.
Test.
My podcast chair is also the laundry chair. You found me out. We all have
Is
one.
this Adam? Does this sound better?
I mean, you sound fine. I can hear you.
Okay. Like I just don't want to sound like shit. Like I'm talking through a CB radio, if possible.
No, you sound better than you did when you first signed on. So
Okay. Hooray!
I think we're good.
Killer.
Should we get started since the people are already watching, or they were? I don't know what happened, but it just dropped to 0.
Uh-oh.
Has there been like a calamity of some sort? Like, has the world ended and we're just gonna like find out a little bit later than everyone else because we're
They
almost
were just
right?
like,
What did you do at the end of the world? I debated about candy.
Yeah. Does the YouTube delay also delay the apocalypse? Is that what's happening? All right. Now everyone's back. There. What is happening? I'm just going to not pay attention because it keeps going 0 and then people, then 0. And it's not like 1, 0, 1. It's like everyone's just dying.
So weird.
Yeah. So weird.
and
All
they're
right.
all collectively doing it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all signing on and signing off simultaneously.
All at the same internet cafe.
It's like a Twitch thing where they like all come in your room.
All right. Let's get started. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Listcast, a competitive list building podcast. I am your host, Adam Todd Brown. Joining me as co-host, my favorite co-host of all, no co-host. But I do have a couple of guests. Case in point, Samantha Jane is here.
Hello.
Samantha, you've done Listcast before, right? I think. I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't know if I've live streamed.
Oh, wow. Well, welcome to the big leagues.
Woo! I'm nervous. That's my first one.
Congratulations. We're on a site called YouTube. Very fancy.
Haven't heard of it.
It's where you go to find out COVID isn't real. Hey, also joining us, Erik Barnes is here.
Hello.
I like how that last line probably got us banned from YouTube forever.
That's fine. Yeah, we can always find out about hoaxes via Twitter. Excuse me, X, right?
Yes. Twitter.
I prefer TikTok for my propaganda.
Yeah. It's after being on TikTok, it's hard to like take in a conspiracy theory if someone's not like dancing when they're talking about it. So I do like that.
Yeah. At least on TikTok, they try, if they have to, because it's only like 30-second videos, something like that. I'm old.
Oh, you can make long ones now. They can go on.
They can go on.
Like, can I watch like a 2-hour long video essay on TikTok?
Probably.
Well,
okay.
Why? Don't do that though.
It might just be 10 minutes, but it'll feel like 2 hours.
I'm in the video essay business, Mr. Brown.
Yeah, in TikTok time, it's like dog years, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
So again, competitive list building podcast. We each brought 5 picks to the show for this week's topic, which is the best corporate candy of all time. I don't know if there's like indie candy or like underground candy, but you know what I mean? Like the stuff that's in the checkout lane at the grocery store. Not
like like you would buy at a CB Jujubes?
Yeah, like the stuff you'd get at the movies. Things like that.
Yeah.
You get it. Not I don't want anyone to be like, "Oh, my mom makes great puppy chow at Christmas."
I assumed also, and I'm just thinking about it now, that we didn't go international candy.
Oh,
au contraire.
Oh
yeah. I think I might have an international pick on my list also, but international candy would be a good separate episode also.
It would, but I dipped across the pond for one of my picks.
Yeah, there's
so traditional.
There's some controversial picks on.
It was corporate candy. Corporations are international too.
Like Samantha just said, she went like traditional, and boy, did you with one of those.
Oh yeah.
And there's 2 I cut that were so traditional. I didn't do peach rings, old lady. And my first thought, which I didn't even put down, was Charleston Chew.
Oh,
ooh! You should have put down Charleston Chew.
You know, you always go with your first answer, right? But I was like, who even knows what that is anymore?
I love Charleston Chew. You freeze it and then hit it against the edge of a table, break it into little pieces. Ow.
All right, well, honorable mention.
All right, yeah,
Charleston Chew.
Way ahead of ourselves. Look how excited we all are to talk.
Listen,
I know.
I guess we don't need to debate because we just said Charleston Chew.
Yeah,
Show's done, right? Right?
Yeah. Now,
well, good thing my ADHD talked me out of it. So now we've got some real things to debate. I'm already debating myself.
So I'll go through the list or the rules quick for anyone who's watching for the first time or on the show for the first time. We each brought 5 picks for best candy of all time, whatever. People are up in arms about the corporate thing. It's taken over the internet. We each brought 5 picks. We're going to go through those picks one at a time and explain why we think that pick belongs on a list of the 5 best candies of all time. By the time we get through all of our picks, it's going to be a list of 15, and that is entirely too unwieldy. So at that point, we each take turns cutting 2 picks from the list. You don't have to cut your own. Some psychopaths do. I've cut my own in the past, but cut whatever you want. That will take us down to a list of 9, and Dad does not like uneven numbers. So at that point, someone in the audience gets to save one of the picks that was cut. If you want to be that person who does the save, comment the word bow wow wow in the comments. Whoever comments it first gets to do the save. Everyone know why I'm going with bow wow wow?
Because you said puppy chow earlier? Oh.
They sang I Want Candy.
Oh.
Oh, and
deep cuts.
Dork Killa got in first. Spelled the second wow wrong, but I'll allow it. Oh, wait, no, did he? No.
Troy
Nababond, all the way from Australia, got in.
Wait, where do I see this?
It's in StreamYard. Just click on where it says comments. The YouTube comments show up in StreamYard.
There it is. Oh,
there
cool.
It is. So
this may be embarrassing, but y'all got my indie candy CBGB's Jujubes joke, right? Or was I a little bit too heady?
I don't know, but this is a good time to ask.
It well enough.
I knew it was a good time to ask. Trust me, I knew that much.
Okay.
I just,
So yeah, Troy Nababon on the save, Rebecca M on the backup, drug free, so put the crack up. And so yeah, after the save, that takes us to a list of 10. then we put it out to the audience and they vote. And if your pick wins, your life will change forever.
Oh, I could use that.
You won't believe it. It's going to be amazing.
Wow.
So,
Sounds like
All
it's going to be sweet. Candy.
oh,
Yeah.
all right. So with that, should we get started? Who wants to go first? Should I go first? I feel
You're
like
the host.
I feel like I always go last, and I feel like last is kind of a competitive advantage, maybe. So hey, I'll go first.
Sure.
Okay.
I am gonna go. I'm gonna come right out of the gate with one that I assume is gonna get cut. We just talked about how no one picked any international candies, but I did, in fact, pick High Chews, which are, if people recall, a candy in the 90s and the aughts called Bonkers.
No.
High Chews are essentially Japanese Bonkers. I first tried them. I lived in San Francisco for a few months, and I had a P.O. box. And when I would go check the mail, they always had this dish of candies called High Chews. And I would take like a handful every time. They are, if you don't remember Bonkers, God, I don't know. It's like a taffy.
I was going to say, with my old lady references, I'm thinking a Laffy Taffy.
It's along the lines of a Laffy Taffy, sure. But it's High Chews almost have the consistency of gum, but you can swallow it. Like it's meant to be eaten like candy, but it has, like, they fight you back a little bit when you chew them, but in a really pleasant way.
They don't fight as hard as like a Now and Later, for example.
No.
Yeah,
Good.
like how many fillings are you going to lose? God, I'm such a grandma.
See, that's the thing. Not really any with a High Chew. Like High Chew,
Okay.
it's low key one of my favorite candies. I just know it's not going to win this competition. But yes, I know you can swallow gum. God, people are so militant about that. When you say you can't swallow gum, yeah, you can. I know. Relax.
Ability doesn't necessarily mean you should.
Yeah. So yeah, High Chews. Most people, I think, probably haven't heard of them, but that's what I'm here for. Go look them up.
They're pretty available in LA. Like
Yeah.
in
Oh, yeah.
normal 7-Elevens.
I think they're pretty widely available everywhere now. I say that so confidently as if I've been outside LA that much the past couple of years. They might only be available in LA for all I know. But come to LA for the High Chews.
Sounds like a real coastal elite candy.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
That's my first pick. Who wants to go next? Erik, what do you got?
Oh, me? Well, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off because this is a candy that is virtually, it's one I enjoy. I hate the fact that it's on virtually every website's top 10 list of best candies, but it's there for a reason. It's the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
That's a solid choice.
It's chocolate, it's peanut butter, it's lasted. There's never a Halloween that has gone by in which people just, the first thing they count in their candy bag is how many Reese's Cups did I get this year? And then when it comes to candy trading, that's the one in which it's like, I'll give 2 of whatever for at least 1 Reese's Cup.
Except for all the peanut allergy kids.
Yeah, I think you might be fluffing it up a little bit here. It's good.
Oh,
I mean, I love a Reese's Cup.
Yeah.
this is true. It does suck if you're allergic to peanuts. I'll admit that.
Just, I'm pulling out the competition here.
I know. I understand.
There is a very frivolous lawsuit working its way through the American court system right now. Reese's makes, around the holidays or special events, they'll make Reese's peanut butter cups that are shaped like other things. And for example, when the NFL playoffs roll around, or I think just the football season, They do Reese's peanut butter cups that are shaped like footballs. And on the packaging, there's little bits of chocolate cut out to make it look like those are the laces on the football. But when you open it, that it's not like that. It's just all chocolate.
It's just an Easter egg.
Yeah, it's just shaped like an egg. And a woman has filed a lawsuit over that, arguing that they need to be more honest in their packaging.
That's the honesty problem with the corporate food giant.
Not if it's made out of real peanut butter, that it's
right.
That whether it's a football shape or not.
Ooh, did anyone see that video a few years ago on the internet? Someone bought a Reese's peanut butter cup, and when they opened it, it was just like teeming with maggots.
So that happened to me as a kid once, and I did not eat Reese's cups for many, many years.
Oh.
It was the big kind, not the little ones, but the big kind. I was like, what is that?
The big honking cup.
I had clearly eaten half of it.
Oh.
Traumatizing event.
You got extra protein.
There's not supposed to be. Is there supposed to be protein in a Reese's? Well, I guess peanut butter. Yeah, sure.
Well, peanut butter. I mean, the maggots are unintentional and additional protein too. Yeah.
Well, you said extra protein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than bargained for.
That happened to me with. Remember Chunky bars? They still make them. I saw one in a barrel a couple months back, but I purchased one Chunky bar in my entire life, and I opened it, and there was a little hole in the top of the candy bar, and I was like, oh, that's unique. And as soon as I had that thought, a little maggot came crawling out of that hole. So I have never tasted a Chunky bar in my entire life.
Well, Adam, the reason why is they made all the Chunky bars in 1993.
Oh.
And that's it. That's all that's out there.
This was
it hasn't sold. It's just there.
This was
collecting dust.
This
was the 80s. Oh,
cocaine 80s, Eric.
My bad. 1983. Got my numbers mixed up.
That Chunky bar was a time traveler.
yeah. Oh, time traveling candy.
The maggot inside the Chunky bar
is that how maggots travel through time? Is eating Chunky bars? What? This is the conversation we need to have if we're high, which I'm not at this point.
We didn't all get high for the candy live stream.
I don't have any. I don't have any of the fun kind of candy in this house. And I wouldn't know what my dosage is to begin with anyway. So unfortunately, I am sober as a judge. A judge that likes candy.
All of it. Hey, Samantha, what's your pick?
I'm sort of in the camp with you where this is a personal favorite of mine, but I know it's not going to win. But I think it deserves a mention. It's very controversial candy. Almond Joy.
That is highly controversial.
Yeah.
Very much so.
I think it is a staple for coconut in candy. You know, not many represent. Coconut is great. I like it. Like what I don't get what people don't like about some coconut, some chocolate, and a nut.
It's too much coconut. It's too much coconut.
Way too much coconut.
Maybe you're not enough coconut.
The problem is that the issue with coconut is for people like me, it has the same texture as putting paper in your mouth, like waxy
why are you
paper.
doing that?
Eating?
Why
am I eating the food that is clearly food and is meant to be eaten?
In your mouth to even know.
I don't, not anymore. And now I know what it tastes like every time I have coconut.
Yeah, I just eat coconut now. No, I don't hate coconut. And it's got, like, I like a macaroon, not a macaron, not the little cookie things, but like
yes,
granola bar with a little coconut dipped in
chocolate.
Yes,
love those.
That's taste. But then it's just
here
like,
for it.
It's like a hint of coconut. There's like coconut every few centimeters, as opposed to like, it looked like they just had a handful of coconut. We're like, what do we do with this? And they made Almond Joy.
Yeah, it's a texture thing. And also, to Adam's point, a little bit of coconut goes a long way.
Yeah.
Well, call me Cocoa Nuts because I enjoy it.
Fair. It's the candy, not you, that's on trial here.
We'll see about that.
I tried to take a drink while actively laughing and almost like drown on camera. And I kind of wish like it would
Oh
have been
no.
such a funny thing to see.
Thank you, the person that pointed out it's the freaks who prefer the mounds, right? Like that's just all coconut. At least
Yeah,
you're
but it's
getting the
only
almond
one.
with the
It's only
almond joy.
one almond in the almond joy, isn't it? Per bar, per
Yeah,
fun
that's right.
size, at least.
So you can really savor it.
Yeah.
It's like a chocolate covered
Are you
almond.
are you one of those? Are you one of those people that saves the almond for last? You just eat around
Depends what
the
mood I'm
almond
in.
joy and just wait. Okay.
Seems like you could just pop it off the top, right?
I mean, you could.
Or it's covered in chocolate too, right?
It is covered in chocolate.
Mm. Yeah. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Not for me.
All right. My next pick? Yeah, my next pick. I'll go something else that'll probably get cut, but this is my go-to at the movies and also outside the movies sometimes. I am a big fan of a sweet tart rope.
Mm.
Sweet tart ropes. Imagine if you had a pack of OG sweet tarts and they got stuck in the rain for like 45 seconds. Just enough to become malleable to where you can like fashion them into a rod, and then you surround that rod with like a chewy cherry candy, and you got yourself a sweet tart rope, and it is a delight. They are available at most movie theaters for a reason, because they fucking rule. And I know this is another pick that it's not going to get a lot of heat, but
I don't think I've ever tried one.
I
honest.
just love in your example. It has to be put out in the rain. You can't
How
just soak them in water in general.
how else are you going to soften them up? It's a sweet tart, Eric.
I felt like that gave it like some ennui, It was like
Someone left the sweet tarts in the rain.
You're
Yes.
sad because your sweet tarts got left in the rain. What do
Oh
you do?
no!
Oh, whip them up
It's
with
just-
sweet tart ropes.
you warm them up like you would making a fire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. I see your logic now. I get it.
And it's like
this is
two
a sweet
different-
tart who's been through shit.
Seen some things, man.
Yeah.
And it's like I like when there's two different textures in one. This is chewy and slightly less chewy, which is great.
Mm.
Love those as contrasting textures.
The two textures.
Yeah, it really offsets the chewiness of the outside when you get to the also slightly chewiness of the inside. But there's like a grainy quality to the inside. I'm not making this sound better.
Grainy is not usually an attractive quality.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't care for a regular ass sweet tart, but I do respect the rope
Yeah,
as an attempt to make it more well chewable.
Oh, I mean, I like a regular sweet tart. What's wrong with a sweet tart? There are a lot.
That's like a Halloween thing for me, right? Where I'll be like, oh, that thing, I'll try one.
Yeah, because I mean, there's like 180 of them in a roll. So if you buy them, that should be like a day-long project to knock out a pack of sweet tarts. But I don't know. Sweet tart
True.
ropes, that's a meal. You eat that as a meal. That's what you do.
Like spaghetti?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want.
If the spaghetti was one strand, yeah.
Yeah. Go on a date. You and your date eat sweet tart rope from same end. A little smooch.
Yeah.
It's a very romantic candy. I guess I never thought of it that way, but you're right.
It is sweet.
It is. Yeah. You just chew your way into making out, and you just nom nom nom
Nom, nom,
nom.
nom.
And then you've eaten their tongue.
And you have, yeah, which is both chewy and less chewy.
Yes, it has the two textures.
The two textures.
Eric, what
all right.
is your next highly controversial pick?
My highly controversial pick is I also went international. Went to jolly old England. And I love the Cadbury's Curly Whirly. Are you too familiar?
Not a clue. And I had I had an ex-boyfriend who was very into British candy. I know an Aero bar. I know a Flake.
Sure.
Right on. I know those two, but a Curly Whirly,
What is
it is British caramel with British milk chocolate. The end. That is it. It is stretchy. It is chocolatey. It is good. It is almost, if it was made with nougat, it would be a Charleston chew, but it's not. It's caramel. It's very good.
What's the caramel lollipop thing that we used to get that was terrible? But
oh yeah,
Oak.
Hope. Yeah.
No, it was called a slow poke. It was called a slow poke.
Oh, slow poke. Okay.
What did you think I said?
Oh, I thought you said hope, and I'm like, yeah, that tracks.
yeah, I thought that too. I was like, oh, okay.
Nope.
A candy bar called Hope that is very disappointing and takes a long time to get
Sugar
to.
daddy. I'm thinking of a sugar
Sugar
daddy.
daddy. Yeah.
Yeah, slow poke. Yeah, is slow poke the chocolate version? They're very similar, but yeah, curly whirly. It sounds good. I like
Curly whirly.
I like
It
chocolate.
sounds British. That name is very British.
Yeah,
It's like two ribbons of caramel just wrapping around one another and dipped in chocolate. It's simple, delicious.
That's a long way to travel for just chocolate and caramel, but
well, if you go to your nearest just candy place, the chances are they probably have it, or a world market out here, out here in LA and such.
Oh, my!
It's commercially available.
Okay.
The Rocket Fizz, and Madame Barberry's Sugar Hut. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. There's places.
The part of LA I live in, there are boats and grocery stores, and that's about it.
You can get it off a boat from England.
There you go. Samantha, what is your next pick?
My next pick, I do believe in this one. I think it is underrated, but it is culturally, as a stoner, very important candy. Abba Zaba bars.
You're my only friend.
I only know these from a Tom Waits song called Chocolate Jesus.
So it's in a Tom Waits song. It's in Half Baked, famously. I first tried them because they had them at the head shop that I used to shop at in Florida back before weed was illegal or okay. You had to go to like a tobacco store to buy your tobacco pipes.
Right.
They
for
just
tobacco
had
use only.
Abbas and blacklight posters and all kinds of weird accessories for your tobacco use. Yeah, and we had Abba Zaba's great.
What exactly is? I don't think I've ever eaten one.
It is like a taffy-esque nougat.
So is it like a bit o' honey?
Maybe I haven't had one of those, but it is like that perfect kind of chewy, nougaty.
What's the flavor?
Like a
Peanut buttery, right?
Yeah, a little peanut buttery, a little vanilla-y, a little bit of honey.
If I recall correctly, with an Abba Zaba, you don't really bite into it; you yank. You just bite and just.
You're just kind of mawing at it, like
yeah.
Great for being stoned.
Yeah, it does. It does sound reminiscent of a bit o' honey or a Mary Jane.
Oh, the chat just said it was invented in 1840s when no one knew what candy was.
Oh,
sound right. It was figuring it out,
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the wrapper does look like something from the 1840s.
It's iconic.
With bright taxi cab yellow and black colors.
Right. It's like something from the 1840s, but that like teenagers want.
I mean, the evolution goes, the first candy attempted was a good and plenty, and they're like, let's try again. And then they got with the Abba Zaba. And then
like, now we're hitting
from
something.
there. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Oh, sugar. Oh, candy should be tasty.
Oh, got it. We'll get to texture later.
Yeah.
Remember Good and Fruities? They're like the fruit version of Good and Plenties. And there was a time where those and Good and Plenties had the same texture, like that really like solid, fights you back kind of taffy sort of texture. And if they were still that way, that would be on my list of favorite candy. But they changed them and they suck now. Ugh. Anyway,
I'm just, yeah.
Abba Zaba.
Abba Zaba's my vote.
My next pick, this is probably the most like old timey candy on my list, I would argue. And it's not that old timey. It's just, I think, a candy bar that doesn't get the respect it deserves. And that is a payday. Here's the thing. A payday, for one thing, are you hungry? Eat a payday. You won't be hungry anymore. Like, you'll be set for a couple hours. A payday, if no one's had it before, it's just caramel and peanuts and salt. That's it. It's a big ass band of caramel.
No chocolate?
No.
They do make a chocolate version, which came out around 85, 86. I remember, very important time in my life. But it's not the same. Like, you can kind of just eat a Snickers if you want a chocolate payday. Like, payday, it's such a unique experience. And I used to see my mom eat them, and I was like, what are you doing? There's like good candy bars out there. And then I finally tried one, and it's so perfect. It's like the perfect combo of like sweet, salty, chewy. It's got that crunch from the peanuts. And oh, I love it. I love a payday.
Yeah.
Honestly, sounds kind of like a solid trail mix. Through some
Sort of.
Kind of is.
raisins on there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if they toss some raisins into a payday. I'd fuck with that.
I would be, but I do like I do, to piggyback on your statement, Adam, like a fun sized payday, that's a breakfast. That's a lunch. It's a whole meal. Like, if you just need, forget Huel, forget all these meal replacement shakes and stuff. If you just care about getting instant calories and feeling satisfied, maybe not nutrition, but if you just want to get that, just pop a fun sized payday in your mouth and you're gold for, like, to your point, the next 5 hours.
Yeah, it's like an energy bar, but
but with bad sources of energy.
Exactly. Yeah, like in the same way.
Like fossil fuels.
Yeah.
All right, payday. That's my pick. Erik, what do you got next?
All right, I got another mainstream candy bar that is, in my opinion, vastly underrated. With all your Snickers and your Three Musketeers out there, there's only one candy bar that it's worth its name, and that is 100 grand.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going with a different pick on your list.
No.
I concur. The 100 grand it's the move. It's a good
is.
bar.
I don't know if I feel like maybe I've had one, but I don't remember it.
It's chocolate. It's little Rice Krispies. It's caramel.
Mm-hmm.
Has the perfect crunch chew, like, ratio.
Yeah.
It is definitely worth 100 grand. And guess what? You don't have to pay 100 grand to eat it.
Should.
You only have to pay, like,
economy?
you should. In this economy, it's probably close to $3 as opposed to, but
worth it.
it is legit. Yeah.
Yeah, 100 grand is really good. I like that's a lot of competing textures that I like too. That caramel is so chewy, but then you got to get through that crispy rice first.
We do like a crispy rice.
It's like sushi, essentially.
I never
These
thought
are
of
all
it that
health
way,
foods,
but yeah.
I think we're realizing.
Yeah, these are meals. These are all meals. That's a good pick. Samantha, what's your
All
next?
right. Well, this one also has some caramel, has some crunch, has those textures. I went Twix.
Mm.
Because if there's a bowl of mini Kit, this one was hard. I feel like I could have, it's kind of between a Kit Kat and a Twix. But if I have to choose out of a bowl of Halloween candy, I'm gonna want that Twix. There's something refreshing about it for some reason. That cookie.
It's the cookie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the cookie.
Twix has definitely been my go-to at different points throughout my life. I like the varieties. I like a peanut butter Twix. I like a cookies and creams Twix. That's all.
Have you had the chocolate fudge Twix?
No, that's
back
a
in the
little
day.
chocolate for me.
No such thing, friend. No such thing.
Absolutely.
But I understand and respect it.
Yeah, I just like that crunch.
We
Yeah.
all love that crunch.
With that cookie, it's a cookie on a candy bar. You get to sneak in a cookie.
Have you ever seen the people who like eat around the cookie and then eat the cookie last?
No.
I used to do that sometimes, and then I found the joy. This is it, much like when you're a little kid. Like some kids are like, I don't want my mashed potatoes to mix in with my turkey, to mix in with my green beans, and you eat them all separately, and then you become an adult and you realize, oh, flavors can be and textures can be enjoyed all together.
Oh yeah.
That's the way I was with the Twix, and also the few times that I do have a Twix, I get a little coffee. Maybe I stir it up with a little Twix bar. Take a little bite, have a nice little chocolate caramel
I've
taste
never
within my coffee.
That's right. You can dunk a Twix. It's a
You can
dunkable candy.
It is a dunkable candy.
I could see dunking a Twix in some coffee. That's not a bad idea.
I want that right now.
Yeah. I know what I'm having for breakfast tomorrow.
Part of waking up.
Yeah. Twix for breakfast, payday for lunch.
Mm-hmm. And a sensible dinner.
Yeah.
The perfect meal plan.
All right. My next pick. How do I choose? I want to come in hot with my last one, but I'm also coming in hot with this one. It's a classic, everybody. I'm going Skittles. Skittles are timeless. They have a texture and a chew that is unparalleled in the candy universe. They also, and this is a trick I wrote about when I worked for Cracked. I wrote an article about like home recipes, like little hacks you can do in the kitchen at home. And one thing that's really fun to do is get yourself a bag of Skittles and then put them bitches in the freezer for about an hour and then pull them out. When you eat them, that shell on the outside like crackles like Pop Rocks. And as you eat the bag, the consistency gets different because as they thaw out, at first when you bite into a few frozen Skittles, they like shatter in your mouth. But then as you're working your way through the bag and they start thawing, they get like a little more chewy than normal and still cold inside. And then by the end, you're like back to regular Skittle land. And it is an adventure for your mouth. Take your mouth on an adventure, buy some Skittles, freeze them up. And
they do have some of the most fun, unhinged commercials.
I'm shocked that they haven't used the tagline, have fun with your mouth. I'm shocked that wasn't
Taste the Rainbow.
I mean, with that, what better follow-up to Taste the Rainbow than have fun with your mouth?
Yeah. Yeah, they do make some crazy ass commercials. That's true.
I've never. I'll have to try your method, Adam, but I've never been a hardcore Skittles fan because there's just a little bit too much grit for me, and I know they're all supposed to taste exactly the same, much like Fruit Loops do.
They don't.
But they do to me.
Well, that's probably because. I mean, who's eating one Skittle at a time? What are you?
Because sometimes I want the cherry flavor, Adam, and sometimes I want the purple flavor. I refuse to call it grape because it does taste like grapes.
Absolutely no way if you're actually eating Skittles one at a time that you aren't tasting different.
I think that's we need a blind taste test because there's no way to know if it's the color affecting what you feel like you're tasting.
Maybe there is a mental thing going on. All I know is that I feel I can't. I've yet to eat Skittles without feeling lied to.
I am not a fan of the color bleed when you get like the.
There is that too.
Yeah, I eat them over your chopsticks.
Classy.
Yeah, it is classy.
Advanced skittling.
Advanced skittling. That is A+. A+. I love the ingenuity of all this, though.
Yeah. Some serious skills. I can't. I I tried.
Are you trying to say? Are you trying to say Skiltles?
Skittles. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
J. David Card. J. David Card in the comments says frozen Skittles is what heaven feels like. Damn right.
Cold and gritty?
Damn right. Tasty and delicious.
Oh, okay.
Sexually confusing.
Heaven is fun with your mouth.
All right, Eric, what is your penultimate pick between these last two?
My penultimate pick is a cousin of the Skittle. It only it's like a really distant cousin. It's just cousin in terms of its look, and it is M&M's, but specifically because I am a grown man. Dark chocolate M&Ms.
So the worst M&Ms.
No.
Okay, I love a dark chocolate. I don't think I've had these M&Ms.
It is the perfect amount of bitter and sweet. It is wonderful. It is bold. It is present. It is the most because regular M&Ms. Can we all agree that regular M&Ms are the worst?
No,
it's regular.
Seems divisive.
Yeah,
because it doesn't taste like chocolate. It tastes like the most Americanized chocolate.
Are you one of these people who's like, milk chocolate's not real chocolate? White chocolate's not real chocolate.
Milk chocolate is real. Milk chocolate is real chocolate, but real milk chocolate comes from outside the U.S.
So you are one of those people. Go on.
The curly whirly is made of milk chocolate, friend, but that milk chocolate isn't bastardized like it is here with vegetable oil.
Maybe that's why we have better teeth.
I think that's more of a sugar thing, but okay.
Oh yeah, there's none of that in chocolate.
Well, I mean,
it's the oil,
corn syrup, and all that. But anyway, the dark chocolate M&M, it's just nice. It is good. It is satisfying.
That is a bold. I mean, because there's peanut butter M&Ms, there's peanut M&Ms, there's crunchy Rice Krispie ones.
I'm mad at myself for not putting peanut M&Ms on my list. That's another meal candy right there.
Peanut M&Ms is indeed another meal candy. I admit. I enjoy a lot of the M&M offerings over the years in terms of their different consistencies and flavors and fillings.
M&M to the peanut M&M. But there was also a terrible guy that ate peanut M&Ms who fall asleep with them and like have like chocolate stains on his pillow. This guy my mom dated.
What?
Oh, what a monster!
Oh yeah. He also abused his kids. But the peanut M&Ms I never got over.
The worst thing was the peanut problem.
It was a bad sign. So I don't know. Peanut M&Ms have a dark connotation for me personally.
I can understand why. And peanut M&Ms are good. And if M&Ms are M&Ms as an overall umbrella, but I have to point out, I can't deny, bring out specifically the dark chocolate M&Ms just as my personal favorite.
Okay.
And if I'm the only one, fine, more for me.
Take them all. Samantha, what is your next to last pick?
Okay. You know, I got to save my special pick for last, but I do think this one also might be coming for number one. Somebody in the chat already said it's their favorite candy. It's classic. It's a meal. It's a Snickers.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyone who's mad at a Snickers can go right to hell. Like,
agreed.
When you think candy bar, that's like the Kleenex, you know, like they're kind of like the prototypical candy bar. They've got the peanuts, they've got the caramel, they've got the nugget, they've got the chocolate. They're classic.
And I like when Snickers mixes it up too. There's some really exciting Snickers flavors out there. Does anyone remember the spicy Snickers from a few years ago?
I remember that. I also remember the dark chocolate Snickers.
Okay, well that's gross.
I do love dark chocolate.
Hey,
like a sea salt Snickers at one point, but the spicy Snickers, it was like Mexican chocolate, kind of.
Someone just said Snickers Blizzard.
Oh yeah, from ice cream shops, Dairy Queen.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a version of Snickers.
Yeah, have some respect, Dairy Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, the Snickers Blizzard. That's an iconic treat right there. The Blizzard. Is everyone not familiar with the Blizzard? When they serve it to you, they turn it over first because it's like an ice cream treat, but it's not a shake. Like they don't put a lid on it, and when they turn it over, nothing comes out, but it's still like soft serve. Like a McFlurry from McDonald's is like the bullshit version of a Dairy Queen Blizzard. And the Snickers Blizzard, because Snickers is a good frozen candy too. Like it'll send
classically good frozen. The Snickers ice cream version.
Yeah, Snickers ice cream bar. But I do like a frozen Snickers better than a Snickers ice cream bar.
I do like a chopped up Snickers and ice cream. That's essentially what the Blizzard is, but
yeah,
it's very good.
What it is. Yeah, Snickers is a good pick.
Honestly, that was more for like the universalness of it than my personal picks. I figured the people love Snickers. I love a Snickers too. I'll never say no to a Snickers.
Exactly.
Even if it's not like my first pick, I'm like, someone wants like, you want a Snickers? Yeah, totally, I do.
Yeah. And I'll buy a Snickers every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's another one where if you're legitimately hungry and you don't have a lot of time, Snickers will fill you up. It's their whole campaign. You're not yourself when you're hungry. Eat a Snickers, you pig.
Yeah. Sometimes you're.
That's exactly what they say.
Yeah, you know when you're grouchy like Danny DeVito and you feel very Danny DeVito-y, and then you eat a Snickers and you feel like yourself again. He was in those ads, right?
Yes, also amazing commercials.
All right, time for our last picks.
Here they come.
This, I would say, is legitimately my favorite candy of all time. It's been one of my favorite candies for ever. Like I've been eating these since I was a child. This is very brand specific because I don't think gummy bears in general are the best candy of all time. But I do think Haribo Gold gummy bears are the best candy of all time. The flavors are unparalleled. Controversial, but if we're talking gummy bears, Haribo Gold gummy bears, white, clearly the superior race. They're pineapple flavored, and oh man, they are just so much better than the other gummy bear flavors. Look, Erik made hearts when I said
not
that.
Intentionally. I'm not a pineapple guy.
Oh, but this isn't. It's different. Like I was eating them for about 8 years before I realized that flavor was pineapple. They were just white before that. Because that's the thing. Gummy bears are such a mystery. The green ones, everyone know what flavor that is?
Green apple. Oh, strong.
Because the red ones are, of course,
cherry.
Raspberry.
Okay.
There's no cherry.
I do like the red ones.
I'm familiar just with
gold, you savage.
I don't eat the gold just because there's so many of those clear pineapple ones.
What's the gold?
I don't like it's what he's talking about right now.
White gummy bears.
Oh, I thought it was another color.
There is a Jamba Juice flavor that is modeled after the white gummy bear. It is such a perfect candy flavor. In that texture, here's the thing, low key, another candy that's really good, frozen. Also, and this is people aren't gonna like this. I don't mind a stale gummy bear.
Ooh.
I like
You're gonna say melted.
I've never had a stale gummy bear.
Buy some and leave the bag open for a day or two. It's a whole different thing. Like they're a little. It's better when you do the gummy cola bottles. A stale gummy.
You like the hard gummies.
Yeah. But Haribo Gold, they're just so much better than every other gummy bear ever made.
They are the most superior gummy. I'm with you on that.
Like Black Forest, yes, is a close second, but Black Forest can kiss my ass.
I like the cherries, the Haribo cherries, but that's me because I like cherry.
Well, here's the thing, Haribo gummies in general, like it's hard to go wrong. Like I like the twin snakes, I like the cola bottles, I like the cherries, I like gummy bears, I like it all. I celebrate the entire Haribo Gold universe.
I noticed your picks are you're like classic sugary gummy candy, and I'm more chocolate.
Yeah, I'm way
Same.
more of a fruity candy person than chocolatey candy.
All the best to make the perfect list if you really think about it.
It's true. It's good
To
we're
create
coming
more
together.
variety.
Speaking
I'm
of
kicking myself for what I didn't pick now, but that's fine. I'm happy with my last choice.
speaking of last choice, Erik, what's your last pick?
My last pick is by far it is my favorite candy bar of all time. I don't eat candy as much as I would like anymore for, sugar blood reasons. But when I do, I go to a friend that that isn't always at the grocery store, but when it is, I just smile, buy a bar, and
Erik,
reunite with my true candy love, the Milky Way Midnight.
This is the most batshit insane choice on the list. Milky Way.
I like a Milky Way Midnight, but
Milky Way is the worst candy bar, and this is the worst version.
Milky Way is, but a Milky Way Midnight is not. It tastes very different from a regular Milky Way.
I feel like you've both just gone off the deep.
It is dark chocolate dipped into a brighter, softer, better vanilla nougat, and the gooeyest, wonderful tan caramel.
I am actually.
It is joyful.
I'm catching myself here. Three Musketeers is the worst candy bar.
Oh, okay. Excuse you. I like a Three Musketeers.
All of those candy bars are just Snickers minus something.
Three Musketeers to me is like the more commercial version of a Charleston Chew.
No, it's all soft inside.
Freeze it. It's good in the freezer.
I enjoy Three Musketeers, but let's not say things we can't take back.
A Charleston Chew is good frozen or not. A Three Musketeers, you have to freeze it and probably put like some.
I like it just straight up.
It's not going to win. I know my last pick isn't going to win.
All right.
But I just had to testify and profess my love. So thank you for this time.
Well, speaking of unhinged picks, Samantha, what's your last pick?
Oh yeah, here it comes, baby. I really debated this, but I believe it. I believe it. It is so classic. It is the most classic, I dare say, of all candies. Yes, it's an old lady candy, but you know why? Because you love it. It's the last thing you want to taste before you go to heaven. It's a Werther's Original.
No, it's not what you want to taste. It's what you do taste before you go to heaven because you're 95 years old.
This is what
you're going to die.
It's the taste of your grandmother's love for you when she hands you that little Charleston
It's the taste of my grandmother's breath. Yeah.
It's a taste of your grandmother's blood.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
If your grandmother was made of caramel, I guess.
I don't hate the taste of a Werther's.
No.
Nobody does. You can't hate a Werther's Original. I feel like you gotta love it. It's just so charming.
I like the Werther's caramels. I get those sometimes.
That's what they taste like, right?
Well, they make a chewy caramel also.
Oh, you like chewy.
I thought that Werther's were. I thought Werther's were more of a toffee of sorts.
Yeah, it's like toffee.
Werther's Originals are, yeah. But
okay.
Makes a chewy caramel that's very good.
I see.
I just get a warm feeling in my heart when I see one, when I eat one. This pick is for all the grandmas on the YouTube live stream chat.
We got a lot of them watching. We always do. Shout out to the grannies in the audience.
This one's for
maybe
me.
It's over this crowd. I'm representing.
Yeah, Werther's, that's that kind of candy where like you come up on a bag and then you eat it over the course of like 2 years when you don't, anytime you have snacks in the house.
It's like, I don't know. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Like that's how I am with instant oatmeal. Like I'll buy a box of instant oatmeal and nurse that for about 6 months.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I'm like down to the bare essentials I'm like, all right, it's time to eat that fucking oatmeal, I
It's a
guess.
staple. You know, I mean, if we were to go to a nursing home with all of our candies that we picked, they wouldn't be able to eat half of them.
Well, yeah, because those people don't have teeth. That's why words
And this is a candy for them.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to fill them up. It's just going to be like, oh, I can have it. Oh boy.
Well, maybe you don't need to get fill up on candy. Don't ruin your appetite for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Salisbury steak.
Salisbury steak at 4:00. That's right. I
mean, honestly, you want to know what one of my other favorite candies are, which I didn't even think about till now? Those little Andes mints.
Well, we'll get to
I knew that was coming.
We'll get to the stuff we almost put on the list, but didn't in a minute.
Right.
But
okay.
First, now that we have all our picks,
we have the list
done. We got to start cutting some stuff, and we each same thing, one at a time. We each cut one. I am obviously going to cut Milky Way Midnight right out of the gate.
Blasphemy.
I mean, to be honest, I'm going to cut dark chocolate M&Ms too, probably. But first, Erik, what's your first cut?
Okay. My first cut is going to be, I just can't with the Almond Joy. I'm sorry, Sam.
I knew it was going. It's fine. I was ready for that one. But then I'm going to have to go curly whirly because I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I've never heard of it.
Oh.
Just never heard of it.
Oh.
It's hard.
Blasphemy.
It's nothing personal. I don't know.
Oh, it's not. It's not anger. It's mostly just I'm so sad that you haven't had joy in your mouth and in your life.
We'll have to try. I'll have to try it one day.
Indeed.
I'm cutting dark chocolate M&Ms. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, you're not, and that's okay. I'll cut the. I'm gonna cut the. Just for the sanctity of the list, I'm gonna cut the high chews.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable. It wasn't.
Yeah, I know.
After all, you don't have to be cocky about it.
I'm not. It's more of I agree with the rest of your list. Thus, I'm getting rid of the high chews.
Oh, kitty.
Hello, hi, kitty.
Samantha, what is your last cut?
Okay, I'm sorry about this one. I think it's just because now this is the only one that I have not eaten, so I can't vouch for it. So I'm cutting the sweet tart rope.
That hurts. That hurts. I'm going to be honest. That really, really hurts.
We're gonna have to send you a candy care package, Sam.
I don't need that much candy.
No one does. No one should.
You stink.
Eventually.
You stink. All right. So those are our cuts. Now it is time to hit the comments. Troy Nababan has probably already done the save because he's in Australia, so he's way, way ahead of us. Like he did the save 6 hours.
He already knows the results of the poll.
Yeah, and now we're just waiting for it.
Thank you, Troy.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
The Aussie knows. The Aussie knows.
That is shocking. I thought your ropes were coming back, but
Informative much.
Wow.
All right. So now the poll should be up very soon. In the meantime, what's some stuff that we almost put on the list but did not? I'll tell you, peanut M&Ms, I'm mad that I didn't put on the list. Mambas? Anyone ever had?
Oh, yeah.
I like
I almost, and you saw I went back and forth. I almost did Kit Kat. During this, I just thought of, and I'm a little mad I didn't think of it earlier, Ferrero Rocher.
Oh, hoity-toity, corporate king.
I like a Ferrero Rocher.
With that, I also regret not putting peanut M&Ms because I love those as much as the dark chocolate, and I also love those wild berry flavored Lifesaver gummies,
Mm.
which is too much of a mouthful to say to put on a list and very specific.
I mean,
Oh,
I like the Lifesaver gummies for sure.
Hmm.
my other, my one gummy choice that I removed because I was so in love with my Werther's pick, but the classic peach rings.
Mm,
Hmm.
sure.
I know what candy to take to a nursing home, you know?
I almost
Me too.
Laffy Taffy on my list. I like the little square Laffy Taffies, which are
Yeah.
hard to find now.
Right. And clearly I missed out by not doing the Charleston chew.
Yeah. Now and later.
Charleston Chew. Now and later's are all right.
I like lemon heads. They're the only of the heads that haven't changed their texture. Like Alexander the Grape used to still be like, it used to also have the chewy outside, crunchy inside. No more. Chewy. Like, like some sweet tart ropes. But lemon heads, they still got it.
That's right. None of us did Starburst.
Yeah.
I love Reese's. I love Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's how I lost my first tooth, so there's a nostalgia behind it.
What about that fun
Twizzlers.
dip? Like fun dip?
Mm.
Someone in the comments said Twizzlers.
Mm.
Come on. No.
Mm-mm.
Twizzlers are for middle-aged ladies.
The Twizzlers pull and peel. They used to have 180 flavors of those, and they were all good. And now they only have the one. There is the poll is up. Someone asked if you're subscribed on Supercast. Is there a way for you to vote? Not currently, but that's probably a thing we can figure out. Until then, the poll has been up for
Ooh,
minutes.
Junior Mints. That's a good one. Oh, someone
Junior
called
Mints
out.
are a good one.
Someone earlier did point out Rolos, and I quietly was like, "Oh yeah, I fucked with some Rolos."
Yeah, I like Rolos. I do like Junior Mints. Junior Mints are another one that goes down really smooth when they're frozen.
When I go to the movie theater, I will grab Raisinets.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get Junior Mints at the movie theater, and some movie theaters will sell you frozen Junior Mints. And that, yeah, that's not
Junior Mints and freshly popped popcorn are a winning combination in terms of movie snack back and forth.
Also, a peppermint patty is classic.
That feels. You eat that when you're concerned about your breath. Like that's a lot of mint.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of mint.
It is a lot.
So that's like the mint version of an almond joy to you.
A little bit.
It's too much.
All right.
Mint joy.
Guys, I gotta go buy candy after this, I swear.
Yeah. I'm gonna refresh the poll one more time, and then we will announce these winners. In a landslide, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups one wins the day. Coming in at number 2, Twix. Sure. Number 3, Snickers. Very nice. Number 4, Skittles. Love it. At least I placed on the list. And number 5, it looks like, is going to be the 100 grand bar. That's gummy bears only. Oh, man. I don't like that. Starting to second guess my audience.
Just out of curiosity, where did Curly Whirly end up? I can't see the list.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
You actually owe the audience 8 votes.
Oh, no. I got negative 8 votes for that one? Oh, yeah, God.
They took votes away.
Where's Abba Zaba?
So Curly Whirly, the absolute Abba Zaba is bringing up the rear.
They just haven't tried it. You guys go find yourselves an Abba Zaba.
Very last place. Right behind it, Payday is second to last. Fuck you all.
Criminally low.
Yeah. Werther's Originals are ahead of Payday.
Yes.
Yeah. My audience 90. And then Cadbury Curly Whirly is ahead of the Werther's Originals. I think if you had mentioned that it was Cadbury, you might have Did you?
I think you did because people were
you
then
mention-
using their
I
other
believe I did,
Cadbury
yeah.
eggs.
Yeah. I hate a
The
Cadbury
Cadbury
cream egg.
eggs that we did.
I hate them. I hate them. They're gross.
I like
loved
them, but they're a sugar bomb.
And then I
They-
ate too many one summer, like as a kid, and got sick, and then I couldn't.
I like a Cadbury caramel egg, but a Cadbury cream egg?
Cadbury eggs taste like the same when you throw them up.
So sugar. That's all. That's the
It's
only
the same
flavor they have.
consistency too. It looks the
Oh,
same.
boy.
It's too much.
I'm with Rebecca though. A zero bar can be pretty good as well.
I don't know.
Yeah. There's lots of Symphony bar I like, but the one with the, chips, the toffee chips in it. That's a good one.
I'm sorry the gummy bears were underrepresented.
Yeah, gummy bears got the shaft here and
because they are pretty classic.
Understand it, but sometimes people are wrong, and sometimes America votes.
Not in America.
Yeah. Sometimes America votes wrong. Sometimes Australia votes wrong, like Troy's. Curly whirly, you know.
Thank you, Troy.
It's an imperfect system that resulted in Erik winning. Congratulations, Erik.
Yeah.
Enjoy all the spoils that come with being a Listcast champion. And thank you both for doing the pod. I appreciate it. What do we have to plug before we get out of here? I would like to mention that we have a bunch of new subscription options at youdon'tpod.supercast.com. I'm trying to kind of move away. Like Patreon's not going away, but there's not going to be any new Patreon levels anytime soon. Did you know if you set up a new Patreon level and you want to add old stuff to it, you have to go into each of those things individually and add them to that level. And we have over 1,000 podcasts. So that means my choices with Patreon are either raise prices for people who are already subscribed, and I will never do that. Or like if I want to raise prices, I have to like set up a new tier, and people like new subscribers have to pay more. But the people who are already subscribed just get to pay what they've already been paying. And Patreon makes that very hard. So there will mostly just be new Patreon or new subscription levels at Supercast going forward. Supercast, youdon'tpod.supercast.com. Go there. That's all I got. Samantha, what do you got to plug?
I mean, I don't know if anyone is in Los Angeles, but I'm doing my first burlesque show tomorrow night at the Offbeat Bar, Planet X Burlesque. I have a few shows at the Pack Theater this weekend. I'm doing a live band show, a prom theme show on Saturday at like 9, I think, and then a Not the Grammy show on Sunday at 8 p.m., I think. Follow me at Sam Sweets on Instagram or wherever to keep up with all my things. I'm going to have a new Comedy Go-Go at some point. I'm producing a few other shows. Stuff's in the works. We're working on it. Oh, and if anyone wants to subscribe to my OnlyFans, Only Sam's, only with 2 E's. Some people have definitely found me from the podcast, and they've been super chill because they'll like ask me follow-up questions about the podcast, and I like it. I like that. Cool. I actually just want to chat. Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah,
you gotta be chill. You joining Samantha's OnlyFans and being an asshole.
Your fans have been nice to me.
All right. Well, if they're not, let me know.
It seems like they might be nicer to me than they are.
Let me know. I'll show them.
Erik, what do you got to plug?
Oh, well, first, thanks for having me on. If you'd like to follow me on the Hell site, yes, eventually I'll get an Instagram and all that. And I'm also on Blue Sky, but I don't post there much, at Erik W. Barnes. February 9th, in Glendale, Wrestling Pro Wrestling, myself and friend of the network, Rivers Langley, will be providing commentary over wacky pro wrestling matches. Tickets are on sale at Wrestling PW on the social media if you wish to find out what it's all about and find tickets. And some more news. The satiristic news comedy essay program, watch every week. I write for it. It is fun with Cody Johnston, Katie Stoll, and all your favorite cast of characters. So, yeah, just check them out. Well, except for Mr. Todd Brown. But Mr. Todd Brown has his own network.
Your
And with
favorite.
all these wonderful things, he is. Listen, you are my favorite character, Adam Todd Brown.
I mean, I haven't been on it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Go on.
watch it anyway. It's informative and fun. It's fun-mormative, much
All
like the You Don't Even Like This show, which you should also subscribe to, and you already are.
Yeah. I'm glad some
Yeah.
more news got the plug it finally needs. All right. Should we get out of here? Erik, say goodbye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Sam, say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. We love you. And goodbye, live stream. We're out of here.